Welcome to the Virtual Strategic Solutions Virtual Reality Simulation System. Accessing Legacy Dataset. Files loaded. Simulation ready. Vault 101 is a Vault-Tec vault located in the Capital Wasteland in 2277. It is found in the northwest area of Washington, D.C., near Megaton and west of Springvale. It is the home of the lone wanderer until they leave to search for their father. The vault was constructed sometime in the 2060s, along with the other vaults in Washington, D.C. The Vault 76 overseer was originally selected to be its first overseer, but she refused the position in order to stay in Appalachia. The original and underlying purpose of the Vault 101 vault experiment was to stay closed indefinitely, in order to study the role of the overseer when a vault never opened. However, Vault 101 has been opened numerous times, violating its original mandate, and became infested by radroaches during these events, making the vault susceptible to additional large infestations as time went by. One of the main objectives of Vault 101 security has been the containment of these pests. Vault 101 was supplied with most of the equipment it would need to function indefinitely, such as seen with spare parts for the water processor, but the vault did not receive a GEC, a device that would only be useful for surface dwellers. Just after the Great War in 2077, the first Vault 101 overseer, in order to prevent anyone from leaving the vault, created the illusion that the outside world was an uninhabitable, nuclear-ravaged wasteland with absolutely no hope of existence outside of the vault. This was accomplished through regular fake radio transmissions, recorded before the Great War, increasing the idea among Vault 101's residents that the only hope of survival was within the vault. The first Vault 101 overseer died of natural causes in 2127, having prepared a subordinate to continue the vault experiment. The second Vault 101 overseer led Vault 101 dwellers by the same isolationist doctrine, but also attempted to convince senior vault dwellers to become complicit in the vault experiments. The vault dwellers were sealed within, according to the Vault 101 mantra: "We are born in the vault, we live in the vault, and we die in the vault." Sometime before 2241, an unnamed Vault 101 overseer strongly favored outside contact and assembled a survey team led by Ann Palmer. Together, they began planning for their journey and theorizing types of mutations they might encounter. They finally went to the outside world around Vault 101, going up to Megaton sometime before February 10, 2241. The survey team returned to Vault 101 on February 10th and analyzed their samples to see if the outside world was still dangerously irradiated or able to sustain life. They studied the giant ant they killed and decided to revise their survey plans in light of what they have learned. Lewis and Agnes Taylor, two members of the survey team, remained in Megaton to serve as contacts between the two settlements and to further survey the surrounding environments. Agnes Taylor returned to Vault 101 around 2258. The overseer who preceded Alphonse Almodovar vanished after another expedition to the Capital Wasteland failed. Alphonse Almodovar became the new overseer of Vault 101 sometime before 2258. Under his rule, the vault changed into a police state with a strict policy of isolationism. Early in Alphonse's tenure as overseer around 2258 to 2259, James and his child, later known as the Lone Wanderer, came to the vault seeking shelter and arrived in front of Vault 101. James proposed to become Vault 101's new physician in return for entry into Vault 101, and Alphonse granted his request. James kept his child ignorant of their origins because of his agreement with Alphonse, convincing the Lone Wanderer that they were born in the vault. In the late 2260s, Jonas Palmer was appointed to be James's assistant by Alphonse Almodovar, who hoped he would be a voice of reason. Between 2265 to 2267, a girl escaped Vault 101 and made her way to Megaton. She entered Craterside Supply and asked Moira Brown to reinforce her vault jumpsuit, but the girl never returned to pick it up, leaving her armored Vault 101 jumpsuit behind. On July 12, 2268, the water purifier began to malfunction, but it was repaired by Stanley Armstrong. On July 13, 2268, Butch Deloria, Wally Mack and Paul Hannon Jr. began looking for a name for their future gang, which later became known as the Tunnel Snakes. In 2272, another dweller escaped from Vault 101 and also made his way to Megaton. He made his way to Moriarty's saloon, telling Colin Moriarty that members of Vault 101 were brainwashed into believing the Overseer was the only voice of reason. On August 17, 2277, a radroach infestation started, and James used the event to his advantage, quickly escaping the vault. In the ensuing conflict between radroaches and the security team, Agnes Taylor dies of a heart attack, Floyd Lewis and Vicky Hannon are both killed, and Paul Hannon Jr. is critically wounded. Jonas Palmer is immediately questioned about why James has left and is subsequently killed by Stevie Mack. Every member of the security force is then ordered to both contain the radroach infestation and capture the lone wanderer for questioning about James' departure. A few moments later, Amata Almodova, daughter of Overseer Almodova, awakens the lone wanderer, her best friend, and explains the situation. During the lone wanderer's escape, Tom Holden and Mary Holden consider leaving as well, while officers attempt to kill the pests. The lone wanderer is approached by a panicking Butch Deloria, who desperately needs help saving his mother from the radroaches, who are attacking her in their room. Meanwhile, Amata is interrogated by her father and Officer Mack. Pushing through to the entrance, Amata bids farewell to the lone wanderer just before Officers Park and Wolfe arrive. The vault door opens, and the lone wanderer leaves Vault 101, entering the Capital Wasteland for the first time in their memory. Sometime after James's departure, Paul Hannon Jr. dies from a radroach bite after refusing treatment, and the Vault 101 overseer becomes more oppressive with the dwellers than before. Through the experience, the remaining vault dwellers learn that life above ground is possible, and this discovery creates a new crisis and division within Vault 101. A group of rebels emerges, led by Amata Almodova, including all of the younger vault dwellers who holed up in the vault clinic. They wish to open Vault 101, interact with the outside world, open up limited trade with nearby settlements, and make excursions into the wasteland when necessary. The other group was led by the Vault 101 overseer, who wanted to keep the vault closed permanently in accordance with the vault experiment. Butch Deloria wished to abandon the vault entirely and live on the surface. Shortly thereafter, the vault received radio contact from the Enclave seeking to gain entrance to the vault, claiming they previously had access via a password that no longer worked. The overseer refused to let them in, being part of the group that wished to remain isolated. He worried about exposing the vault and its dwellers to unknown factors or work to change their initiatives. The overseer could not divert his focus from the imperative task at hand, which was preventing the rebels from opening the vault. In response, Amata began to send out a message via emergency frequency to the Capital Wasteland, hoping that the lone wanderer would come back to assist them in their struggle. In their free time, the inhabitants of Vault 101 engage in various activities. The Cake Bake-Off is a competitive event, and in this event, contestants bake various types of cakes, which are judged according to selection criteria, with the winner or winners being given a worthy prize. On July 13, 2268, a notice on the bulletin board within the cafeteria announces the annual Cake Bake-Off. This year, the judges will only accept bundt cakes. Founders' Day is a holiday recognized on the Vault 101 calendar and is celebrated on the 23rd of October. This holiday commemorates the first overseer, who governed the vault in the late 21st century. 2 centuries later, Beatrice Armstrong, a vault resident, continually honors the original overseer by dedicating one of her older poems to him. Beatrice cannot write a new poem during the latest Founders' Day, as she had trouble finding a rhyming word for overseer. Hunt the Mutant is a game played in Vault 101 by children. It is a post-apocalyptic variation of hide-and-seek. One child is selected to be the mutant, and they hide while other children hunt for them. When the mutant is found, the game restarts, and another child is picked to be the mutant. Vault 101's residents remain protected from the outside world, with the exception of the occasional radroach attack. Vault 101 is divided into 4 sections, including the main entrance, overseer's tunnel, atrium, upper level, and the lower level. The sections are separated by doors, and stairways connect floors and levels within 2 of the sections. Levels and rooms are identified by signs. There are 2 paths to the capital wasteland, including a direct path from the atrium and a hidden tunnel named the overseer's tunnel. The sections are not directly stacked upon each other. They are staggered, with each section moving progressively more westward as the vault burrows deeper into the earth. This atrium connects the main entrance to the lower level. It is divided into 2 subsections, the admin and the atrium. The atrium is located in the upper level of the vault. Access to this room is by a stairway connecting the cafeteria to the atrium. Systems connects admin to the atrium. Rooms in the atrium are located on 2 floors, an upper and a lower floor. Rooms in admin are the overseer's office, reception area. Jonas Palmer is found dead here during escape. Operations, security station and systems. Floyd Lewis dies here during escape. This is the final section of the vault. Though named the lower level, this section actually covers 2 levels, the lower level and the reactor. Rooms in the lower level are the clinic, diner, Deloria apartment, classroom, restrooms, and the Lone Wanderer's apartment. Rooms in the reactor level are the generator and storage room, BB gun shooting range, filter room, water purifier, and the reactor room. This department is responsible for cleaning and maintaining the vault. Jobs within this department include garbage burners, Pip-Boy programmers, waste management specialists, and jukebox technicians. Maintenance technicians wear utility jumpsuit and work boots. Technicians sometimes carry a wrench or another tool with them, and a utility key. Working for this department is considered undesirable by the students taking their GOAT exams.